for the team competitively, but also for the business, yourself as an owner, how are you looking at the second season? And a chat question wants to know, like, what do you think about the players who are quite into like building their personal brand, doing content? We seem to have a couple more content focused guys than we did last year. What are your just thoughts going into year two with all those things in mind?
I mean, the first part, we got off to a really good start, and let's call a spade a spade. The wheels came off, and it's super disappointing. Um, I think to be very transparent, I was just worried about the health and well-being of my family, and like because I have so many businesses, and I'm not the active driver of this one, like two of you are. You know, it. I in a weird way having such a rough season it was good timing because at the time it was going down, there was some real big things in life that you have to worry about. So that kind of softened the blow. I think coming in third or fourth this year will hurt more than ninth last year in some weird way. I can already I'm just me talking to myself, obviously very publicly. As far as I want every one of my players to be in the best position to succeed for them. I feel like I work for them more than they work for me. And so I think one of the great things that Rocker offers is me. And if I'm the reason one of the kids goes from tier B to tier A because we interact a lot more and I help them get better at content, and that becomes their leverage to leave our team in free agency, I'm being dead serious with you two, that's fine by me. Because that means that and this is my objective, by the way, that means the Rocker is the destination. 4 out of 8 kids are going to stay because they value loyalty. They're thinking 50 years down the line, we become really close. It could be a million different things. The 4 that don't, I'm happy if they get a monster contract and they feel like their time here made that happen. But when everyone sees this play out, it's also going to lead to the 500 underneath that want to come in. And so I'm excited about kids doing that because I'm not like a traditional owner that wants to suppress so that I can get a better second and third contract. I don't see the world as limited. I see it more abundant than that. And I also think there's a lot of incredible talent brewing in the teenage players in the world. And I hope they look at this as the destination.
Yeah, and you hit on something there, Gary, that it's interesting because it's something that I think is foundational to what we're doing here. And that, we've maybe talked in very briefly about it between us and, and John and Brian and others that are part of the ownership group. But it's that doing the right thing by the players to make this a place that players want to come. And, several of the players on this roster took less money to come here than they were being offered in other places. And that just, that blows me away that's what's happening in year 2 of this organization. And it's because of the support that we have from you, that we have from the Wilfs, that, decisions, like I won't get into detail, but decisions that we made in terms of how to support players during the pandemic, those are things that, we like to think we're doing those things for.
Yeah, and anybody with a half a brain, with a half a brain that's listening right now is like, we put our money and our heart where our mouth is. Super complicated.
Gary, I've got a question for you.
Which, by the way, leads to reputation, Brett.
Yeah, absolutely.
The end. Humans talk.
Yep. It's amazing that doing the right thing actually is the right thing from a business sense too. How about that? Amazing.
It always feels that way.